Hi, my name is Zokaites. I'm a sculptor working out of Tempe, Arizona. This is my studio. We call it Lot 14. I have a background as a large-scale sculptor. I've been working in the field for 15 years. This is a component to a public art project I'm working on for the light rail project, for the light rail extension right here in Tempe. It is one of 4 different forms that are going to be luminaries for antique light poles. So guys, I've got smaller work that's mixed media work. This is an example of some weavings I do. I've been weaving on steel structures for about 15 years. And you can actually see we're starting to laser cut some of the looms, and we're changing up the weaving to excite the design a little bit. So this one it's actually a remake of a sculpture I made 10 years ago that was 16 feet tall. And this one opens up like this. And so in the large version, you could stand in the middle and open it up and close it, and became this 26-foot wide gazebo. This is another weaving made 3 years ago. And you can see some techniques evolving, but in reality, I really did this one for the composition, the up and downs, and sort of reminiscent of how I imagine the Phoenix Valley and the culture in the Phoenix Valley. So you can see here a larger version of the smaller weavings and how it can be incorporated into larger materials. You can see I'm still experimenting with the shape of steel, some patterning within the weave. This one's been outside for about 2 years. It's sort of a longevity experiment. And you can see I'm using a 1-inch webbing as opposed to on the smaller sculptures, I'm using a 1/4-inch webbing. It scales really, really well between the small maquettes, and I've made a couple of them that are 20 feet in length. So a lot of these smaller works are designed to become larger works. So you can see in some of these compositions, and imagine yourself being this tall and walking underneath of this thing. Hopefully at some point, I'll be able to build some of these at a larger scale, and so that we can actually stand in the spaces. Yeah, so guys, you can see the exciting part with this body of work recently has been integrating the steel structures into the weaving in a way that actually better enables the weaving, but also minimizes the impact on the aesthetic. Earlier one, you can actually start seeing some play in the weave pattern and different ways of tying off. And I actually really like the color blending that happens here. This is a project that we just finished in July. It's in Maryville, which is a section of Phoenix. You can see Trevor Brown High School and Estrella Middle School. Our site is this site. We decided to build this there. It's currently finished. It's called a time machine called Tinaha. We've built a Lumicore surface on it reminiscent of this drawing, and it will eventually grow in to this. And we call it a time machine because the aerial, this is a historical aerial of the neighborhood, and so we could get this mustache shape and put it onto the site. And so we have a contemporary city park. We have farm rows to represent the agrarian life that was in Phoenix, and then there's a Art Deco inspired fence that runs back here going into natural desert plantings behind that. The focal point of the time machine of these 2 giant archways.